Hello and welcome to this tips and techniques video from Master Your Photography. In this series we've carefully crafted a collection of short videos designed to provide you with key points on specific topics without any of the unnecessary waffle. Our goal is to give you practical information that you can immediately apply to your own photography. We understand that your time is precious, so we've condensed each video to deliver concise, actionable information. With our tips and techniques series, you'll gain the knowledge and the confidence to improve your photography in no time at all. So, that's probably enough waffle, let's get started. Here in the UK there are 12 million pet owners. So what that means is there are 12 million readily available photographic subjects, because let's face it, if you are one of those pet owners, there's a very good chance that you've pointed your camera at your pet at some point and tried to take photographs of it. Now, the vast majority of pets are dogs and cats, so I'm going to concentrate on those for this particular video. And let's be honest, dogs tend to be easier to photograph than cats. Yes, I know they run around a lot and they do lots of mad things, but in general, you can train a dog to respond to certain instructions. Trying to train a cat is a completely different thing, and quite frankly, it's usually best to photograph cats when they're asleep. The first tip when it comes to photographing your pet is all about viewpoints. You see, we tend to look down on our pets. We have this human perspective on our animals and we tend to be higher than them and we're looking down all the time. You can immediately create more impact for your photograph if you just get down to their eye level and photograph them so you're seeing the world as they see it. Consider your lens choice quite carefully. If you use a standard or moderate telephoto lens, then you will create an image with a very natural looking perspective. If on the other hand you use a wide angle and you're going close, then you will distort the features of your pet. Now this can be used for comic effect. It creates a caricature almost of your animal, but just be careful and be aware that that is happening. When it comes to action, well, dogs are absolutely brilliant at this, aren't they? Pictures of them in the sea, shaking themselves to get rid of water, just running about, being a dog, basically. You need to consider your shutter speed if you're trying to freeze the movements. So we're talking about shutter speeds of at least a 250th of a second, and chances are if your dog's fast, and most of them are, then you're going to end up using shutter speeds of say 1,000th or even 2,000th of a second or higher. If you're using a fast shutter speed and there's not much light around, then you may end up using a very wide aperture, say something like f2.8 or 3.5. Now this can be a positive advantage for this kind of work because it will help to blur the background and focus the attention on your pet. The other thing you may find yourself doing to use a fast shutter speed is turning up the ISO to make your camera more sensitive to the light that's around. Now be careful if you do this, because turning up the ISO will introduce more noise into your picture. It's usually not too obtrusive if you don't go too high, and a lot of cameras have built-in noise reduction features anyway, but just be aware of it. Cats tend to be a little less active than dogs, so the best thing to do is to get them involved in something. Maybe, playing with a bit of string or some grass or whatever, toy mouse, and see if you can get some action shots of your cat that way. Photographing any kind of pet that has black or very dark fur brings another set of problems. You see, dark fur can really soak up the light and you can find that you just are left with no detail in the shadow areas at all. The way around this is to use a very harsh light source. If you can, use a spotlight, something that will create what's called specular highlights within the fur and literally make it shine and sparkle. Backlighting is also a technique that can work really well with any kind of fur, and if you use backlighting and take it to its extreme and you don't have any frontal light, then you create a silhouette. Now if you combine a silhouette type effect of your pet with some bold cropping and composition like this image, then you can create an image that doesn't necessarily have lots of detail to show your pet, but it is a very evocative image. props are something that you can use when you're photographing your animals, and certainly if you've got a puppy or a kitten, then using any kind of everyday prop, such as the chair in this case, will give a sense of scale to the image, and it will just help to show how cute and small your little furry friend is. Whilst we're on the subject of furry friends, let's not forget the humans who look after these animals. You see, pets with their owners make ideal subjects for street photography. So when you're out and about, be on the lookout for this kind of image, because it can really help to illustrate the bond between animal and human. If you've got a cat or dog of your own, then you've already got a ready-made subject, or maybe you've got some other pets. If you have, then go photograph them and send me the images. I'd love to see them. Who doesn't like to see a picture of a nice cute dog or cat? If you haven't got one, think about maybe borrowing one off a friend for the day, and then you can go practice these techniques, and again send me your images and show me what you've been up to. If you found these tips useful, then please comment below, and if you'd like more tips like this, then please hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be kept informed when we release new videos. Thank you for tuning in to Master Your Photography's Tips and Techniques series. We hope you found this video useful and practical. Remember, each photo you take is a stepping stone towards becoming a better photographer. So get out there and capture the world in your own unique way. Until next time, happy shooting.